Hey everyone, Jillian Miller here. I am one of the chairs of the North Liberty Blues and Barbecue Planning Committee. We are chatting with committee members here all day on some behind the scenes look of Blues and Barbecue. Right now I'm joined with Emily with Veridian Credit Union, our presenting sponsor. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, Emily Feagins, branch manager of the Coralville location. Happy to be here and excited to talk about Blues and Barbecue.
Awesome. Why is it that Veridian decides to support community events, especially North Liberty Blues and Barbecue?
You know, we have always had a vision of enriching the communities that we serve, and this celebration in our town is definitely exactly what Veridian strives to be involved with. It's exciting, it gives back to the community, and that is what we do.
You know, because you are the presenting sponsor, when you say, it allows the community to have these celebrations, it really does provide the financial stability for Blues and Barbecue to plan ahead so we can meet the festival's growing needs operationally, like shuttling or band bookings, getting some broader marketing materials like some street banners that people might have seen start last year. Mm-hmm. So as a Veridian employee, you must have a lot of pride in working for a company who supports community traditions like this.
Absolutely. It's a favorite part of my job, and it's been exciting to see the event grow over the years. But yeah, the pride, especially this year too, just with everything that's gone on, creating new ways like this to continue on with what we're here for and what the communities need has been especially moving.
Well, you joined the committee when Veridian became presenting sponsor a few years ago. So what are some things that have maybe surprised you about what goes on behind the scenes?
The biggest thing is just how fast this committee gets it done every year. It just has blown my mind. What they do, especially in those 4 days, the couple before and the couple after, it's just insane. It's just the best community committee that I've ever witnessed or been involved with, and I'm lucky that they let me kind of tag along as the presenting sponsor rep.
Well, we like to have you there. You certainly bring a lot of energy to the table, and your team is always there, all hands on deck, helping us with all that setup and tear down, like you mentioned. You know, as a North Liberty resident yourself, what does Blues and Barbecue mean for you and your family?
Since I am lucky enough to be on the committee, my two daughters, I have a almost 7 and a 4-year-old, they call it Mom's Party, just because they know I'll...
That's what my daughter says too, Mom's summer party.
Yeah, Mom's Party, it's just for me. They know I'll be gone a lot, and then they come in usually in the morning for the kids' activities, and then we'll all come back as a family too for that evening for dinner and music. But and then my husband and I, John, our anniversary is in July. I've shared that with the committee before. It's July 14th, so it's always right by Blues and Barbecue. So it's just kind of a planned date now for the Pig and Pint on that Friday night. We always plan to get a babysitter and always get to partake in a little fun and something that we enjoy as well. And it's an anniversary party at the same time.
That's awesome. My husband's birthday is the same weekend as well, and it is just kind of on the calendar. That's what it's going to be, but at least it's a good time.
That's what we're doing.
What are some other ways that Veridian gives back to the community at large outside of Blues and Barbecue?
You know, we sponsor a variety of other community events, including Summer of the Arts Festival. We do grants, scholarships. Just recently with the pandemic and things like that, the needs, shifted a little bit. It's not just all festivals and parties this year. And we did, donate $125,000 to aid to the communities that we serve, just efforts to help them.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Going back to the festival real quick, what is your favorite part of the event? Is it Pig and Pint that you mentioned?
I do like Pig and Pint. I really do. But if I like it too much, then I don't like the next day as much because of the wonderful craft beer tent. But the judging the barbecue contest I've been able to do, they've allowed me to do just as representation of the sponsorship. But that has got to be my favorite part. I would never try all of those barbecues. Spots in one day, so I get to, and then I can tell my husband which one to go grab for sure. They're all so delicious, and that's got to be my favorite part, besides the Friday night event. And then just how excited my kids get every year. They enjoy it, the bounce houses and the snow cones and everything, all the kids events and tents that happen just all day, and it's exciting that we extended it last year an hour. I really think that just helped more families get involved and not have to rush around and stuff. So it's just super fun event.
You mentioned the tasting, judging for the barbecue contest. That really is a behind the scenes thing. We have it out there in the public, and the judges are sitting there judging. But if you're not walking by at that exact time, you may never have seen that aspect of the festival. We have 5 or so judges that each get a small plate, but still probably too much food from each vendor that wants to participate. And what would you say? You try like 10 plates within the course of 2 hours?
Yeah. Yes. I think last year we had, I think 9 to 11 submissions. I don't know. It's been so long, but a lot of the vendors get excited about it. They're able to, they all want that trophy. And so it makes it exciting. And last year we did do a little bit something different. And I credit Jundy Ford for that. They had, in obviously the committee, I'm sure, we set up in front of the food tent so people eating their food could watch us do the judging. Yeah. And so if they had questions, and some people would come up and ask, what's going on here? What are you eating? And we didn't know where those vendors were from at the time, but we could tell them then keep an eye out for the trophy, because then you'll know where the best stuff is. And
because it is a blind tasting, you're right. We give you the plates, but you don't necessarily know who it is, and that's kind of fun between the judges, just talking like, who could this be? But
it's all delicious. There's never bad food.
No, there's not. We miss our vendors this year. Can't wait to have them back. Hope everyone's enjoying their own barbecues, whether they've ordered some takeout in or grilling up something of their own in the backyard today. Well, Emily, to end our little chat here today, we're asking each committee member to share what track they want to hear next, or what artists they might want to hear from next on the station.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with a little Kevin Burt, local celebrity for us, and always just brings a good time, especially a couple years ago when he did the Pig and Pint. I really got to hear a little more up close and personal, so any track from him will be great.
Awesome. Well, let's get something from Kevin Burt on here. Thanks, Emily.
Yeah.